Oh, well, hello there. No, I didn't say Google. I said, well, hello there. Oh my god. Well, hello there. Time for another surviving trip thingy. I don't know. I wanted to say time for another restaurant story, but yeah. I have no restaurant stories. And actually, I do few, but they're not. Yeah. Anyway, hi again. How are you all doing? Are we quite ready for more Tomb Raider? Oh wait, I don't need this here. Okay. Um, sorry. This time I will not forget to turn on my controller. Yes. Um, I totally forgot to turn it on before, but it's turned on now. Is it just me or is this very quiet? Oh wait, fuck, I forgot to do something. Okay. Is this now louder? Is this now better? I hope it is. And let's recall what we were doing, what we have to do. Hmm. Okay, take the boat up the river to the monastery. Sure, we can do that totally. Let's save Sam. Hopefully, we manage to save Sam. Am I? Oh, I'm not going in the right direction. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I mean, honestly, though, I told them to watch him because he's up to something. Oh, what you trying to do? Oh, stuff. Well, time to go to the monastery.
Clara, what do you expect to find in there?
Do you really want to know?
No, but you should tell me anyway.
There's the soul of an ancient Sun Queen trapped in a dead body. Her rage is what's causing these storms. If we destroy the body, the storms will stop.
Right? And why does Matthias want Sam?
I don't know.
You
That's
do
what's
know.
scaring me the most. Look,
Wait,
I know this is a
you
crazy
don't
plan.
know?
Yeah, it is. But right now, crazy is all we got. So let's do this.
Okay, apparently she doesn't know, but I'm gonna clue you in. Obviously she has a blood of Himiko in her, so he wants to trap Himiko's soul into her body, hoping that Himiko will control the souls, the storms.
All right, let's go.
No.
Hmm.
I'll need you and Reyes to guard the main entrance while I go in after Sam.
You're going in there alone?
More people means more danger of being spotted. I need you here taking out as many of those bastards as you can. It won't just be the Solari either. There'll be others. Samurai, the Queen's Storm Guard. Look, anything that's not me or Sam, shoot it.
My little bird. This isn't goodbye. I'm not gonna say goodbye.
You better don't say goodbye.
We got your back, Laura.
We're all coming off of this island. We lost enough people already. That is very windy. it also seems very creepy. Wait, Matthias is alive?
She's still alive.
Who are these
Storm God.
people?
They guard the monastery. Wait only to be introduced to their new queen. The one who brought her back to us.
Of course. I've encountered these archaic tribes before. Let's get some words, James.
He's gonna die. Oh my god. Guys, he's gonna die.
Is Dr. James Whitman? I come to you in peace. I bring you your new queen. Your queen. What is it in Japanese? Your Joe.
Yes. Okay. Let's take this moment to celebrate fucking Whitman's death. Okay. He so deserved to die. It sounds bad, okay, when I say it, but I'm happy he's dead. I wanted nothing more. Well, maybe I wanted Lara to be the one who kills him, but I'll settle for this as well. Killed by his own stupidity. One could argue that's maybe marginally better. Ah, shit. Well, I'm guessing I have to go there. Yeah, probably. No, what? There we go. Can we just see? Yeah, he's probably very dead. Very much so. Battle cries?
Storm God.
Definitely battle cries. I mean, it said so.
Still protecting their queen after all these years.
Oh, they left. Hmm. I guess that's not the way to go. Oh. Oh. Okay, I see. is there so many of them?
Neza the Tiefling just followed.
Hi, hello, Neza. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Is there more? They're still coming. Oh my god. Will they just keep on coming? I guess I have to just sneak next to them. Oh my god, that's so dangerous. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a lovely day. Oh. Hmm? Good. Sure, sure. Oh god, this... I have to cross there. Oh shit. They're gonna see me. It's impossible that they don't see me. Here we go. Here we go. That was definitely some screaming. Shit, they're... God. Thanks, babe. I will hydrate in a moment. This just seems like a very dangerous situation. I don't know how they're not noticing me. Sliding down stuff again. Okay. I'm injured again. Whoa.
How can they be alive after all this time?
Well, they're not alive anymore. I think we got them. I think they're very much not alive anymore. I think they may be like curse or something like that. Okay, let me hydrate. What am I hydrating with? I didn't take anything. Coffee. Coffee is good. Yeah, I am hydrated with coffee. Which good, we need to be alert for this. Mm-hmm.
soul in a decaying body being the cause of the storms. I know he must be talking about the last Sun Queen, but I don't understand what Himiko has to do with this. She was the first queen. Somehow Matthias thinks Sam's connected, and that can't be good.
Lara, you obviously weren't paying attention.
I know the answer is inside that ritual chamber, but getting to it won't be easy. The Storm Guard are devoted to guarding it. I know I have to do this, but I'm so scared of what I'm going to find in there.
Like, she obviously wasn't paying attention. Explosive arrows. Oh no, we're missing a few more for explosive arrows. Dang it. It's okay. We're saving up for explosive arrows. Totally worth. I know explosive arrows are not very stealthy, okay? Oh wait, maybe? Did that give us enough salvage? Can I check how much salvage I have? No, that didn't give us salvage, just experience. Okay, sure. Whoa. Okay, she's running on her own.
No! Sam! Sam!
Alright, Jonah. Here they come. Get on that gun. I got this side. Call on target.
Okay, we can't get over there, so we have to go around, I guess.
Watch out. On your right. Keep shooting. Hold him off.
Okay. We're completely full on everything here. What's that? Also full on that. But that tells me it's gonna be a lot of fighting. Oh no. Yeah, that would hurt. Well, shit.
All right, you bastards. Let's see what you've got.
Where are you? Die, you bastards. I quite love how she says you bastards. And okay. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Ugh. I thought there was someone else behind him. Yeah, there is. Okay. I wasn't wrong about that. Well, the thing is, now I have more than enough. Ow. Okay, sure. I got this. Didn't they collapse this one in particular? No, something else then. No, it was definitely something else. Something over there. I seem to have picked up most of the things. Oh, it was that one. Okay. Okay, we're saved here, and the person we killed here disappeared. Whoa. Ow. Ow. Bitch. Okay. Oh, he fell. Okay, I believe that was a save. That's why there was a lag. Whoa. Ow. That looks quite painful. Let me just deal with that real quick, yeah. What, are we gonna chase each other like that? Ow. Bitch! I'm sorry. That was a little too funny. Hello there. Okay. We're gonna get to Sam eventually. Oh, bye. I believe we're getting quite skilled with that bow. Oh. Ouch. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They're still alive? Not anymore. Ow. Okay. There's more and more of them coming. Ow. That was actually quite a lot, but I think we did well. Oh no, the big guy. Right, they had a big guy as well. Okay. Maybe not here exactly. Maybe it went inside. Oh, no, it's here. It's here. We're fucked. That was a lot. That was a lot.
This Chinese earthenware is thousands of years old. Could they have visited this island before the rise of Yamatai?
Maybe. Okay, basically mainly this. Okay. That gave us a lot of salvage. So we can get our explosive arrows. And maybe some stabilizing weight. And we just need penetrating arrows now. And that's 650. But yeah, our bow is on 90%, so that's the last thing we need. Okay, let's go save Sam. Oh, wait.
We never had a chance. They were waiting for us, hundreds of them. We never even made it to the sacred chamber. From the beginning, we were doomed. And now, I wait for my ancestors to take me. I can hear them. The Oni are killing my brothers, eating them, consuming their souls. So much death. I'm that last one. What is my fate? Will I become one of them? Ancestors, hear me. Please, take me away from this, before the Oni come for me. Please, take me to the afterlife. Let me die in peace.
Did I just mute myself? Huh? Yeah, I did not up the sounds here, so you maybe probably didn't hear this. Anyway, things should be better now. Okay. We should proceed. Jesus. Okay. Interesting. Why did they do that? Okay. I see. I see what I'm doing here.
Need to get up there somehow.
I can sort of see maybe how. You can partially see how. Basically, I need to get up there. Somehow. Maybe. Is it possible for me to grab on top of this thing? Oh, there's something here.
I've seen similar artifacts from the Ban Giant site in Thailand. How did this get all the way to Yamatai?
How did this get all the way to Yamatai indeed? So if I go... Oh! Bruh. Okay, she is grabbing there, but maybe just in case, you know, I want to close the hole with spikes. Okay. Oh, and maybe if I drop this down... Wait, let me see. This shouldn't be swinging. There is this thing over there. Oh. I see. This has nothing to do with the other thing. Oh. Shit. Jumped on the thing. I see. Okay. Oh. Almost fell. No. You're okay to drop there. Okay, now we go here. And then we go up. Dang it, Lara. Or we don't. I was pretty sure. Either all the way out or all the way down. I don't know if she can like climb this. Like even if she can grab here. Yeah, she can't actually. So how do I do this?
Well, it had to be done. Lara left me no choice. If I thought she could play the game, I might have let her in on my plan, but she doesn't have the grit for this business. She isn't ruthless enough, and this discovery has to be mine. I've crossed the line. It won't look good, so as unfortunate as it may be, she can't make it off this island. None of them can.
Oh.
And whatever happens with Sam, it just makes this whole story all the more newsworthy. I don't think Matthias or his Solari can be reasoned with, so I'll need to slip away as soon as this ritual is completed. I'll make the perfect sole survivor, returning with the authorities, the cameras, and an appropriately convincing expression of sorrow.
I'm really not sorry at all that he died. Still though, what are we doing wrong here? Maybe I'm just not, like, jumping late enough? Maybe I'm jumping too soon. Could be. Nope. Oh, maybe if I get this thing swinging. Perhaps. No, she was so close. She was so close. Why? Maybe I can do it from up here. Nope.
I can make this jump.
No, why didn't you grab? Ugh, okay. Okay,
I
we
could
got it.
probably reach that opening from atop the cage.
Yeah, but only when it's swinging. No. Fucking hell. Oh, maybe if we're going straight forward. Like from here. Yeah, not straightforward. It has to be on the side. Elsa! Hello? No. Okay. It's not you, don't worry. I've been struggling with this for ages. How are you doing? No, wait. Lara, please. Work with me. I'm doing quite good. No. Better than Lara, that's sure. Nope. I don't know why we're not making it. We made this jump before. No. This is my first time playing it, and I love it. I love it. It's quite different than the other Tomb Raider games.
I can make this jump.
Well, obviously you can't. I don't know why she doesn't want to grab on the thing under. Because it seems grabbable, but apparently not. It is very good. I like it. Even though like it has its differences from the original Tomb Raider games. No. Please, Lara. Please. No, now we're too slow down. It's much more forgiving than the other Tomb Raider games. Surprisingly. Even though it's much more scary and survivalist. No, no, no. Oh well. We'll make this eventually. We'll do this eventually.
I can make this jump.
No, you can't. Eventually, though. Eventually. We're on the right track. That's for sure. You, by the way. No, I did ask for that. Sorry. I did ask you that. What have you been up to? She clearly can't make this jump. She's convincing me she can make it, but clearly it's not happening. What if we try it from the other side? Probably also no, but... Almost definitely. Okay. What if I go from all the way up there? Your leg? What's wrong with your legs, Cam? Working on Discord and stream stuff? Nice. What if I try from here? Is this too extreme? Oh.
I can make this jump.
Yes! Okay. Okay.
The Sun Queens. The fire ritual where the queen chooses her successor.
We did
Chosen
it.
priestess enters the monastery.
No, it's Lara Croft.
And she's given
doesn't
your
do great
power and
broken
becomes
legs.
the new queen. Wait a minute.
Many have given up their souls willingly for this gift.
Now the first and last queen lives a half-life, a soul in a decaying body.
Vessels. It's not transferring power. It's transferring a soul. All these queens, they're all you. Himiko. First and last. Oh God. And now you want Sam.
Finally, it
Well,
clicked
you're not
for her.
getting her. Sam, a vessel for the Queen's soul. I've got to stop this madness.
Well, we will certainly try, Lara. Well, no doubt. We will certainly try.
I have no choice now but to meet my fate. Tonight, I climb the stairs to the Chamber of the Sun, but I will never submit to the ritual. I will not emerge queen. None will ever believe what I now know to be the truth. A twisted evil beyond imagining lives within the Sun Queen. An evil that hungers for more than just the land and seas of Yamatai. This madness cannot continue. So I go to the chamber, armed with the stolen dagger of her Stormguard general. By the time he realizes what I have done, it will be too late. For the sake of Yamatai and all the priestesses that would follow me, I must die.
Honestly, I have to agree with Hellside. Being a switch is pretty admirable. Exactly. Switches are way more. Switches have way more fun, I think. Oh, poor Lara, she's getting tired. Oh, there's a little campfire. Oh. Lara is unable to fast travel after this camp.
A Satsuma porcelain vase. Probably early Edo period.
Oh, that's actually so pretty. What? I was never much into vases, but this is so pretty. I want one like that. Okay, we've got a skill point. Perhaps... I don't need either of these. I don't know. I guess we can take Rifle Expert. Oh, yes. See you in a bit. Oh, we definitely don't have enough salvage to completely level up our bow. Very sad. But oh well. Wait, don't scare me like that, game. How ready are we? Not very, I would say. I don't like that the doors move. I know it's just the wind probably, but... Let's go save Sam and burn a body. We've become a part of murder hobo.
Heroes here. Only survivors.
Himiko's dangerous, Matthias. She's angry, she's vengeful, and she has real power.
A mere mortal for a queen? A good
side, Laura, to the side. We're jumping to the side. Whoa, okay. Now what? Okay, now we're down there. Doesn't look very safe, I'll be honest. Maybe I was supposed to put one right there. You know, it's been blown. Unless like this. Sure, totally. I know what I'm doing. Oh, is that what I need to do? This seems rather not entirely safe. That is sure.
Lara, watch out! Those bastards are heading your way. We did everything we could to slow them down.
Thanks, Reyes. Get to the boat. If I'm not back,
We're not leaving without you. We'll be waiting.
Are we sure I can jump over there? I guess so. No! Fuck. Okay, that was close. Oh, almost got that. I was supposed to double. Talking about unsafe. Okay. Totally safe, alright. I think that worked. Oh, down there. Okay. There we go. Chemicals lab. Okay, not into chemicals lab. Not there. Oh, I still don't have enough gear to upgrade my bow fully. Can I come from here? I guess not. Seems very, very unsafe. I don't think Himiko is agreeing with not being revived. Okay.
O great queen, through the trials I have brought you the vessel. Pour forth and return to this mortal toil. Pour forth and be reborn. Pour forth and awaken.
No, Sam.
Oh god, I have to get to her.
No. Oh no. I completely forgot that there's like enemies that die. Okay. Back to the bow. Obviously I can't do with anything else. No! For fuck's sake, Lara, please, just dodge. Let's sit right now. Sure.
Protect her!
no. Oh shit. He did land a shot. Okay, so it's not that I don't have arrows. Every time I hit him. I think we did it. Oh god. We did it, but at what cost? What's going on with Sam? Starts to loot stuff. Sam is hope we were not too late.
Sal. Oh, Sam. Thank God.
Laura. What's happening?
I'm here. You're safe now. It's okay.
Is she? I'm kind of sus.
Okay.
You saved me. I knew you would.
I made you a promise. Let's get you home.
There's Lara! She's got Sam! She did it.
Could Lara's, sorry, could Sam's soul be fragmented now? Like, I feel like it could be.
I think she's going to be okay.
What happened up there?
It's over. We can go now.
All right, let's get the hell out of here.
He doesn't seem convinced.
I've been so blind, so naive. For years, I resented my father, doubted him like the rest. But he was right about so much. I just wish I could tell him that now. There are so many mysteries that I once dismissed as mere stories, but the line between our myths and truth is fragile and blurry. I need to find answers. I must understand.
The survivor is born.
Alicia making me waffles before her ballet class.
Need anything? Don't rightly know what happened to you on that island. Judging from those wounds and that look in your eyes, I'm guessing I don't want to know. Anyway, we'll be home soon.
I'm not going home.
Fine, you don't have to go home. No one is making you go home, Lara, okay? Jesus Christ. Okay. No, I'm not going home. Sure, you don't have to. Team Tanuki. So, I guess we did finish it today. Yeah, it was fun. I actually liked it a lot. It kind of feels the same like the new Dragon Age. So, well, actually, no. This fits into the Tomb Raider universe, unlike the new Dragon Age. But like, essentially, I want to say it's a good game. At its core, it's a really good game. I liked it a lot. Like, some transitions were very jarring, but it all kind of connects to the previous Tomb Raider still in the mechanics. not necessarily in the story. But yeah, it's fun. It's interesting. I am curious to see how the next one goes. I have a problem with my hair. It's too long and it's twirling at the ends, so it's tickling my chin. Also, what are we doing? Because this has been less than 2 hours. Do we end it here? Do we want to just chat? Do we want to play something else? What do we want to do? Because it's just like, it took us like an hour and a half. I did not realize it's gonna end here. But I guess. It seemed a little longer than it actually was. Maybe we can go hunt down the relics? I believe that's an option. Or, I don't know. Like, ooh, Lara came back to the island to explore everything that's left or something, I don't know. Because obviously she said it herself, she's not going home. I don't know what to do with my hair. I hate it. I need a haircut desperately, but I need to wait for 2 months. Probably. Maybe even more. I didn't even finish my coffee. To be fair, I had this coffee since the Sims stream. Also, may I just notice how the fact that my well, Chrome is only running subtitles currently. The fact that I'm using Mozilla, it's been so much easier on my PC during the stream. I knew it will make a difference, but this much of a difference, and I still have like a few tabs open. Okay, I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick. I'm gonna leave you with the credits. return of the Seb. Okay. So, if Lara is not going home, congratulations, you've completed the story with an overall game completion of 76%. You may return to the island by selecting continue in order to complete any unfinished activities. Well, let's do that. Like, honestly, we have things left. So why the heck not? And we have time left in the stream. Okay, so did I get any salvage from those stone guards? Yes, we can upgrade our bow completely. Hey, now we're getting serious. Okay, so where is our... This is our first area, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's go to that tomb. We're probably mainly gonna have to deal with wolves. But there is a possibility of needing to deal with people as well, probably. You know, some stragglers. Okay. Time to go on our murder hobo spree.
This mask was used in the traditional Japanese No theater. I think it represents a demon, or Oni. There's a price tag. Looks like this one is a replica.
Well, $49.99.
Lara's having a crisis of confidence, so for her sake, I'll keep up a happy face. But something about this expedition has been making me nervous. I have butterflies in my stomach. As we sail closer to the Dragon's Triangle, I'm starting to feel nauseous. And this isn't the excited kind of nerves. What the hell is wrong with me? I should be excited. This trip is going to be awesome. I just need to shake off this feeling. Maybe I can convince Lara to take a break and have a drink with me.
Totally. This trip ended up being totally awesome. Oh, she's moving so slow in here. guess that's stronger.
This might work as a ramp.
Maybe. I guess not here. Fine, we'll go in here.
There's got to be a way to raise it up higher. One more should do it.
One more to where, though? To the same spot? No, that can't be right. Oh, is it over there? Like over... No, no, no! Say, Clara. Oh, yeah, okay. Ow. That was not quite what I had in mind.
That won't work.
No. Can I not bring it with me? Nani?
Can't use that yet.
Yeah, no. Maybe on the other side. Maybe there's torches there too. Okay, chill. I guess not yet.
Needs something stronger.
These are plenty strong, though. Well, I'm kind of confused here. It's okay, I'll figure it out. Oh, maybe I have figured it out. like, technically that would do the trick usually. So why not now? Okay. Not like that. I thought I can maybe grab onto that, but no. No, I came in from here. I did lower the thing.
That won't work.
Yeah, that won't work indeed. Okay, what's in here? Oh, but there's also that to here. Interesting, interesting. Let's see what we can find in there. Totally didn't forget. Okay, I think we're pretty much... Oh, not really. third one fall? Oh. Lol. You're serious? She can't climb on this. She must be able to climb up there somehow, right? Thought she can set fire to this thing here. Oh. Okay, I guess not. Oh well. There is a shelf here as well that I don't think I can grab. I think we have to somehow go from up there. Yeah. It doesn't matter, it's just salvage. I don't think it counts into our completion of the game. Totally very safe business here, right? Nope. Maybe not. I totally thought I can jump there. Huh. I guess not. I don't know why this part is relevant at all. It's just there. Wait, is there like another plane jammed? How is one supposed to get here? Asking for a friend? Oh, okay, I see. Something, maybe not. Maybe I don't see. Okay. perhaps, hear me out. Hear me out. Regular arrows, right? Okay. Yeah, perhaps that is what we must do.
Now what?
Now what indeed? First of all, I believe that there might be some salvage in the game. If you can get on it, Lara, that would be lovely. Well, okay. No? Okay, no salvage in the plane.
That cloth looks flammable.
Which cloth exactly? Oh. Also, what happens if we do that? Don't mind me, just burning everything down. I'll be right back. I have to go to the toilet. So, let me leave you with some Sims music. That's the first thing I have at hand, okay? Enjoy. Hello. I has returned. Okay. Back to raiding this tomb. Okay, so we set fire to things. And now what? Like, was it absolutely necessary for us to set everything on fire? I guess so. I believe that somehow I need to set this on fire as well. I'm guessing this won't. Yeah, it's gonna fizzle out. Oh wait, but maybe.
That did it.
Yay. Okay. What happened here? Okay. So I can only get up here, but the branch sort of bugs me. And that's about it. I can't do much else there. I guess we can jump. Oh, we can't. Okay. Sure. What the frick? Well, this isn't very great, is it? Oh. Because I was sure that's the way to go. It seems like the way to go. But this branch throws us over. So we can't really pass here. What? I'm so confused. I don't think there's any more torches we can... Did they bug it out? Is that what happened? Did they kill the game again? Okay, sweet dreams, baby. That kinda hurt. Because, okay, from what I'm gathering, we have to jump there and then climb over the thing. The problem is we can't jump there. Like, it genuinely doesn't let us. Unless we can jump from here, but no, that's too far. So I don't really get what we're supposed to do now. Oh, okay. Okay. Kinda. No, no, never mind. I think we broke the game. Yep. Pretty sure we broke the game. Maybe this thing wasn't supposed to, like, stay here? Like, I don't know. Did we do something in the wrong order? I don't know. Yeah, definitely not gonna do it like that. I could try jumping from here and do it like that. Nope. Because from there, like, when we get up there somehow. I don't know. I don't think there isn't any other way. I think we can do this too. Maybe from like here? Nope. Definitely not from here. Wait. Is there something? Yeah, see, that's highlighted, so I need to jump on that. So when if we go there... and over here... No! Okay, we somehow managed to glitch in, but we didn't manage to jump where we were supposed to. Okay, it's possible for us to glitch in. So we know that. I hate this glitch. What is even going on there? He slides. What are we doing wrong? Let me... let me check. Tomb of the Last Adventure. What did you say, Stella? Okay, yeah. We consent. Blah blah blah. Bug solutions. Unable to run. Okay. It may have. Oh, okay. Okay, so it is a bug. So if we just reload checkpoint, we should be fine. Man, you gotta love Stella. What would we do without Stella? Technically, it should be the way we left off before we glitched out. Technically, maybe it's not. Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that helped. That really helped, actually. Hey. Okay, now we know where a few other things are here. Although, there must be things over there as well, right? Oh no, wait. It says one more document and 4 more GPS caches. And okay, treasure map is here. Okay. Well, we're done. Why are you still crouching, Lara? You don't need to crouch here anymore. Okay, sure. I guess she's behaving as she would behave earlier. Okay, so here. The GPS. Gosh. Okay, now if we pick up this, I do believe there's some salvage up there. I don't know if there's anything else. I guess we'll see when we pick up the map. Oh, it's all the way up there. on the stringy? Nope, they can't. How would one go about this? Oh wait, I see, I see. Thanks, random salvage. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, GPS cache is there, document, and we have cache here. Can we just fast travel here? How does one fast travel? They have to be in the camp. I guess they have to be in the camp. It doesn't seem like it's too hard to get 100%, so maybe on Saturday we can just go for the 100%. Ow. Oh. A skill point. Sure. Survivalist. Okay, so oh no, wait, this is 89, this is 75, and this is 100%. Okay. The pistol update. Oh, oops, fast travel. Fast travel to that. Yes, I'm sure I want to travel to another camp because we're going for 100% collection thingy. Okay. Well, I guess let's pick up the document first. Oh, interesting. It's in here.
It happened again. Private Kosuke. He was on gate duty last night. No one heard anything. And this morning, they found his helmet. Nothing else. No tracks of his leaving, no blood, no shell casings. Nothing. The others are talking about Chinese partisans. Maybe even American GIs. Damn fools! They have no idea what's happening here. It is the Oni who stalk us. The restless, evil spirits. They live in the old places of this island. We are trespassers here, and they are watching us, waiting. All these wrecks, the ruins, this entire island is a graveyard. It's only a matter of time. The Oni will come for us.
I mean, he has a point. Really. Just give me a sec. Oh, by the way, if you haven't already, consider donating your hard-earned blobs for the singing stream. And for those who don't know, blobs is the channel currency. We trade in blobs here. Blobs and goats. Now I have 2 caches, one over there, and one frankly just like next to it. Okay, and the other one here. Oh, up there, okay. Cool, 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 cool. Hello. Okay, so that's Ghost Hunter. What do you mean by Ghost Hunter? We need to find some ghosts. I didn't see any ghosts. Some birds, some deer, rabbits. Oh. Okay. Oh. So 10 dream catchers around here. Uh-huh. Do we see any more dream catchers around here? I see deer. Oh, from over there. Yes, of course. perhaps. Nope. Not that either. Oh well. Ouchie? Not ouchie, apparently. Honestly, these are so hard to spot. Like, even with the glowy thingy. I feel like I'm just kind of running in circles here. Okay, so it's probably not here. Let's go upstream. Oh, I see one. I believe it's just the one. Are you guys spotting any? Because I'm not. And the issue here is that now I'm gonna go all the way back from where we came from. Just in case there was one all the way back there. Because I don't know how well hidden those are. Uh-huh. There is one. Okay, well, we can't go up there. But good thing we came back. Okay. We don't have to fast travel, right? Because we're still searching for those, so we should probably just go the normal way. It's interesting how they did it, so you would have to probably go back in, unless like you decide to do that during the game. But I still don't understand the multiplayer. They could have easily placed one in here. They didn't. They could have. But I guess 5 is on this side of the forest and 5 is on the other. Which kind of makes sense. I still want to check here just in case. I guess we seriously don't see anything worth shooting here. We're back at the camp. Oh, okay. Well, actually, maybe. We didn't really get a good look at this forest before. Yeah, with all the wolves jumping in and panicking and stuff. It's nice to see everything from like a bit of a quieter perspective. Okay, Lara, don't be dramatic. It's fine. You're fine. Aha, I found one. That's 6 out of 10. one more. One day these cramps are gonna make me pass out. Jesus Christ. That is so very painful. Okay, we just need to find 3 more. One more. Right over there. Okay, 2 more. 2 more left to find. What is that? Nothing. It does look shiny though. Oh, it's sparrows. There is some salvage here. From when I couldn't just get it. Okay. Let's silently observe. I see one more. Okay, we need one more. We're missing just one more of them. Where would one look for this even? Is it? No, that's just a hole. What if I go from here? Where is that sneaky little thing? Perhaps over here? Nope. We can't climb over here. Come on, just one more. Wait, maybe from like down here? And there was one over here. But like maybe from the water we can spot one more. Because one was over here hanging, I believe. Uh-huh, there we go. No, I can't just enter here. No. Okay, so we do have to fast travel there. Okay. Oh, I can't fast travel from here. Fine, we're gonna go back there. That's kind of bull poopy. Oh wait, it wasn't from over here. My bad. It was a little over here. You can understand my mistake. Alright, let's pick up these arrows. Oh, wait, no, we're full. Okay. Well. Okay, so Coastal Horse 100%, Mountain Temple only 30%. Oh, okay, here we need to destroy lanterns. Cool. This? No. Why did they glow then? I guess because we can light them. See. Okay, 4 out of 5, so one more. We want no little puny lanterns. Honestly, I have no idea why I'm lighting these lanterns. believe Lara has grown quite fond of these berries. That's why she doesn't want to go home. And the last lantern? Yeah, Pyromaniac challenge complete. Nice, GG's. Is there something in this hole? There seems to be.
Silk fan. Could have been used by a villager or a noble, maybe.
Okay, so we do know where some things are. I'm not sure there's hardly a tomb in here. Okay, 2 documents, 2 relics, 2 caches, and a map. We kinda know where all of those are. More or less. Document is probably near that specific thing. Didn't I? Oh, no, I'm here.
It's a gunbai, used by samurai to relay orders to their soldiers in battle. Pretty solid. Must be made of stained cypress.
It does look super pretty. Okay. I don't know where to find the second document though. Like somewhere here, perhaps? Something. And perhaps more under. Oh. I see. Oh no, that was the map of the area. Oh, there is the document, okay. Like spooky weather. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay, so we need to get there.
When we washed up on this rock, the rain and wind pounded us for days. We couldn't build shelter or forage for food. Christ, we couldn't even move. It was like some enormous hand was holding us down. Just as the storm was finally breaking, Father Matthias came to us. He was calm and soft-spoken. He seemed to know us, our names, where we were from. He spoke to us in our native language, and we listened. And as we listened, he told us the truth of this island. He offered us a choice, salvation or death. Some chose to defy him, and without hesitation, he killed them then and there. Father Matthias didn't seem malicious or angry, just calm and decisive. As I stood there in the sand, wet with the blood of my comrades, I knew I could never refuse him.
Okay. That had some interesting undertones there. Okay, so I guess that's that area. Now this area is the mountain village. It's just me, or does this seem like a little bit dead empty? Did we have a cave-in when we came here or something? I guess so. Oh well. Back to the campfire we go. Okay, so that's 2 areas at 100%. And I guess to answer my, oh, is this 50% game done or collection? It's the collection.
Baby, I don't even know how to begin this, so I'm just gonna come right out with it. Alicia is yours. Maybe you've known it all along, but since I signed back on board the Endurance, I just can't keep the truth from you any longer.
Oh shit.
You've got to understand, I never meant to cut you out of her life. But I know you, Roth. I know how you live and what you want. Staying in one place and raising a kid is not on your agenda. Maybe I screwed up. Maybe I should have let you make a choice. But I made it for you, for what I thought was best. After the expedition, when the time is right, let's talk about the future. Take some time to think about what you want, okay?
Damn. I didn't know that. But also, I think this is where we're gonna leave it for the day. Because I am getting a little tired. Well, maybe not exactly tired, but I don't really feel like 100%ing the game today. Dang it. Are you serious? I have a hair and I can't. There we go. I found it. I'm gonna leave you guys with Nico. Nico is doing some Mega Man. I hope you have a good time there. And I shall see you all mañana with some co-working. Because I need to prep. I need to prep for my D&D tomorrow. Thank you guys for being around. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a great time. As always, stay excellent, okay? Bye.